When France and Britain led NATO's bombing campaign over Libya last year, it seemed to signal two things. The United States had grown shy of intervening in Europe's backyard, and Europe was ready to pick up the slack. But cracks appeared as the operation dragged on. Countries like Germany, Poland and Spain held back. European will and ability were found wanting. Those cracks are widening. Thursday's announcement of cuts in US defense spending follow years of gradual disengagement from Europe. And Europe, meanwhile, is facing a new enemy: sovereign debt.
Without strong economies and stable public finances, it is impossible to build and sustain in the long term the military capability required to project power and maintain defence.
Speaking in Washington, the UK's defence minister said Libya and Afghanistan show the need for collective security. But
too many countries are failing to meet their financial responsibilities to NATO.
No longer can the countries of Europe bask under the secure umbrella of a US-led NATO. US forces on the continent that once numbered 300,000 at the height of the Cold War will shrink to just 37,000 by 2015. The same forces that played a defining role during years of conflict in the Balkans. With Europe's defensive strength in question, future threats may require a new approach.
If Europe is not prepared to spend money on its own defence systems, then it has to renegotiate its position with its neighbours, and that might mean moving away from the NATO umbrella and looking to have more of a bilateral understanding with powers which it's traditionally seen as being threatening. And a good example of that is Russia, obviously.
When Russia tested its old influence in Georgia in 2008, French President Nicolas Sarkozy waved a European big stick back. In the same year, economic crisis took hold. The big stick is far smaller now. Jonah, Al Jazeera.